I never understood it when people would say, oh, you know, in your 20s, you just need to be alone. And I never quite got it, because they would never explain to me that it's so important to define yourself on your own terms. You think about it when you're in love. That person's opinion affects your opinions. And everything you do goes through this filter of how would they feel about it. Because if you're a caring person and you're in love, then that's what you do. But there's something really wonderful about changing your life if you want to, cutting your hair short if you want to, moving to New York if you want to, changing directions of your entire creative outlook if you want to.
Hi guys, it's Catherine and welcome back to my channel. It has been such a long time since I last vlogged. I want to say it's been about 3 weeks. Did not expect to take that long of a break whatsoever. But as some of you may know, I've talked about it before. I started a new job, and ever since I did, my life has been absolute chaos in the best way. Like, it's been a really good change, but it's been also a huge adjustment personally for me. So that has like thrown off my entire schedule with vlogging. Like, I have time to vlog, but I don't have time to edit and post, which is what takes up most of the time with putting out these videos. So I'm actually backlogged like 2 or 3 videos right now. So yeah, it's been crazy. And I also had so many ideas that I had planned to film this month, just because it's like Christmas and I'm doing a lot of like festive activities. Don't know how much of that I'm still gonna do that I've talked about in the past, but I figured I'd make at least one more like just full-on Christmas video of like all the fun things I'm doing this month, just so I could have like one last long video to upload before the year ends. Hopefully I can get this out before the new year, just because I feel like that would make the most sense, but we'll see how things go. Anyways, as you saw in the beginning of this video, my birthday passed. I didn't really get to film much of that, but I did put in a few clips of like me getting ready. I ended up not doing anything super big. I had just like a nice little cute brunch on Saturday with a bunch of my friends, and we just all went to breakfast, had a great time. We all dressed up a little bit, took pictures. I had a strawberry shortcake for my birthday cake. My dress was red, so like everything matched. But honestly, it was exactly what I needed my birthday to be this year. Nothing super crazy where I was like stressed out planning something. Just a nice cute brunch with a bunch of friends. I'm filming this the week before Christmas, which feels like the perfect time because I have a bunch of other things lined up that I'm gonna be doing, including tonight, because tonight I'm hanging out with one of my friends. We're gonna go grab Dutch Bros, obviously, and we're actually going to this neighborhood in my town where all the houses decorate for Christmas, and it's just like a little like neighborhood drive-through. All the cars just drive through. There's people who have like fire pits on their lawns and stuff. There's like kids having hot chocolate stands. It's super cute, super fun. So we thought we'd get Dutch Bros and just drive through there and talk. But yeah, you're gonna come with me for that, and literally every other Christmassy thing that I'm doing this month, I'm just gonna put in this video. We're going with a very basic outfit tonight. I have on a black sweater, jeans, my beige colored Uggs, and then I think I'm gonna throw a trench coat on to bring everything together. Very neutral, basic kind of look. But I feel like that's cute, right? Maybe I'll add a scarf. Probably gonna be cold. Okay, I have like a gray scarf. Let's see how that looks. I feel like that contrasts really well with everything, right? Yeah, that's cute. Yay! Okay, so I'm realizing now as I'm editing this video that I didn't really record much here, and also didn't give a lot of context for the next few clips. So this is me giving context. The lights were amazing. They were so beautiful. I think I was just in the moment here, so I didn't really record a lot. After we went to the lights, we ended up going to this little dessert diner in our town, which is really cute. It just has like all these different kinds of cakes and little sweet treats. So we ended up getting root beer floats here, which you'll see in this clip. And then this clip is the morning after. I think it's Christmas Eve here. This was like right before I was going to leave to go back home to my family for Christmas Day and for like the holiday weekend. So I wanted to make some little cookies that I saw a recipe for on Pinterest, as you'll see when I actually start to like put them together. In the weeks leading up to this, I was seeing so many people make these on social media. It kind of was a recipe that went viral all over the place, and so I found a recipe on Pinterest and decided I wanted to try and make something to take back home for my family. So this is me doing that right here, preparing the pan and everything. And I realized that these clips were kind of just long, so I tried to speed it up as much as I could, but this is going to be just me putting everything together. But the recipe was for these little heart thumbprint shaped cookies, and it came out so cute, as you'll see in a few of these clips. Like I said, I tried to like speed it up as much as I could, but this took a really long time, so this is like the fastest I could get it without it looking weird. But I'm basically just laying out all the cookies here. Next I'm gonna make like the little heart shapes on the cookies, which is actually what ended up being the hardest part to do, because when they cooked, they didn't really look like hearts, so I had to go back in after and actually redo the thumbprints so you could actually see the indent in them. But they turned out really cute once they all were put together, and I also filled them in with like a strawberry jam, so I thought they were really cute. I felt like they looked exactly like the pictures I saw on Pinterest, so I was really happy with them. And yeah, that's basically it. But this was a really long process, so I'm gonna stop talking here and put some little music over this, and you can just enjoy the rest of this baking ASMR. Good morning, everyone. I look like shit, but it's Christmas. Merry Christmas. I'm actually about to get ready. I just got up, as you can tell, but it's Christmas Day. It's December 25th. I made it to my family's house last night. Actually, I should clarify that because I'm not actually at my parents' house. I'm at my boyfriend's family's house, and that's because my parents are in Mexico this year. They're gonna be there for 3 weeks, which I obviously can't go for that long, so I opted to just stay home this year and hang out with like whoever's around. So that's where I currently am. But I just got up. I'm gonna figure out what to wear, and then it's actually almost noon here, so I think we're gonna eat first, open gifts and everything, and that's kind of the plan right now. I should probably tell you the plan for the next few days also though, because you are coming with me on a few other things. Tomorrow we're actually going on a snow trip to Lake Tahoe, so I'm definitely bringing you for that. It's gonna be really fun. And then Friday we're going to like this lights display thing. It's really hard to describe what it is, but it's like this historic house and they've just decked it out with lights. But I also went there once this past spring, and it is like this beautiful estate. There's gardens everywhere. It literally feels like being in Bridgerton. Also saw someone get proposed to there, which I guess it's like a very popular place for proposals, which is crazy, but it's beautiful. But I'm gonna get ready. I'm still in my pajamas. Look how cute my Christmas pajamas are though. I love them. These might be my favorite ones I've ever worn. I usually always try to wear Christmas PJs on Christmas Day. They're also pink, which is not really my color scheme, but I thought they were cute. I got these when I was in Miami actually with my two best friends, and we all bought matching ones. So I also have shorts, but they're kind of like too short honestly to wear in like a family setting, so I opted for leggings. But it is a really cute set if you want them. Don't know if they still would have them now. Got them a while ago, but we got them at Old Navy. Okay, final look for today. Little Christmas look. Just super cute and festive and fun. I'm also re-wearing the same dress I wore for my birthday just because I feel like there's no better occasion than to wear a red dress on Christmas, so Hey!
What?
Sorry, I didn't finish.
Is it?
Everybody say Christmas 2024. Happy New Year.
Go right.
I just realized I feel like I haven't really talked in this vlog at all. It's actually the next day from that last clip, so we had our snow day yesterday, but it was so much fun. I feel like I realized I hadn't been on a snow trip in a really long time, so it was like really fun to go back and just like spend time with everyone. And the snow itself was absolutely breathtaking and gorgeous. Like, I just wanted to just stare out the window the whole time. I feel like it was just also super nostalgic in terms of like bringing back childhood memories, because I grew up in California my entire life, and I don't think I've ever actually talked about this, but there was a time I was living in a really small town named Chester. This town was so small. There were like 13 people that went to the high school in this town, and it was known for like being a winter town. Like, whenever it would snow there, everything would just be covered in snow. And I just remember being like 6 years old, and my cousins and I would just play outside until our hands were frozen and we couldn't feel our fingers anymore, and then we'd like all rush inside the house, get hot chocolate, try to like get warm. But we'd be outside making snowmans, like playing in the snow, having snowball fights the whole afternoon. And my cousins also had like a huge family dog, and I just remember us like going outside to the top of the driveway outside of their house, and the dog would like just pull us down, and it was the most fun ever. Like, I feel like that was one of my core memories as a child growing up, so I feel like going again just brought back all of that. Today it's a little bit later in the day, so we're driving to Filoli House, which I talked about yesterday. They're having their whole like lights display. I think they're also having lights outside, so that's gonna be really cool. And now we're all getting ready to go to Filoli House. We have a 2-hour drive in the car, so I think I'm just gonna bring a book and try and read. That's one thing I'm so grateful that I have the skill to do, is like being able to read in cars, because I'll never be bored. And I love going on road trips as like the passenger princess, because that just means I have like unlimited time to read. And that's also why I love taking road trips. Like, I hate driving in them, but I love being the passenger princess and just being able to like sit back with a book, blast our favorite music the whole time. I still need to add lipstick, but here's the final makeup look for tonight. I feel like I look so pale though, because I literally have not seen the sun in months, and it shows. Like, I love winter, but that is one of my least favorite things about it. This is the final look. Also, outfit, going very casual tonight, very like Christmassy. Red turtleneck, jeans. I'm gonna wear my Uggs tonight and just throw on a jacket over everything. Hi guys, happy New Year's Eve. I think this is gonna end up being a few days after the last clip in this vlog because I am back in my apartment now. It's December 31st, 2024, and it's 7:30 right now. We have about 5 hours until midnight, and I just took an everything shower. It felt so good. Now I'm wearing this cute little shirt, dressed up to go absolutely nowhere but stay in my house. I honestly just didn't feel like going out this year and like making that much of an effort. I feel like it's also because New Year's Eve is falling in the middle of the week, so I've been working this week, so it's not like the best week I feel like to celebrate that because people are going back to work. I'm waiting for my pizza to get here because my boyfriend just went to go get it. But one thing I also did today was deep clean my entire house from top to bottom because I don't know why I always get this urge every year, like it's become a tradition at this point, but I cannot start the year with a dirty house. Like it's just not something that I allow myself to do. So I deep cleaned everything, wiped every single surface down, made the bed. And not only did I declutter my closet, but I also took the clothes to go get donated finally, because that is something I've been trying to do for months. And now I just feel ready to start the new year. So it turns out staying home was the best decision we could have made because we just found out they're doing fireworks in downtown, which our balcony overlooks downtown. So we'll actually be able to see it from our apartment without ever having to leave, which is the best news ever. And they're about to start in 15 minutes, so we can watch them together and ring in the new year.
And it's 12 after New Year's.
It's 2025! Good morning, guys. It is officially 2025. This feels like a good time to end the video here. This is the last video of the whole year. That's crazy. But I feel like this year has definitely been the year of the most change for me. Like, I think I have seen the most change in myself and in my life that I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't think at the end of last year I actually foresaw so much happening from then until now, especially not me moving, me having to find a new job, getting into a new job this year, and also applying, getting into school, now going back to grad school. But I also feel like this year was one of the most transformative years I've had in a while, just because I feel like this year was me falling back in love with a lot of things I used to love when I was younger and like putting time and effort into those things. Also cultivating new friendships and just figuring out more what I want out of life. And then also honestly discovering new passions at the same time, because never did I foresee myself becoming a runner this year. And that is something that has been such a stress reliever for me lately, that I now want to go into 2025. And one of my goals for this year is actually to run a 5K, which never would have imagined myself signing up for something like that. I feel like there's just a lot of work that I put into myself as a person that I'm really proud of, and also just like trusting myself in making the life decisions that I have. And at the end of the day, just not being afraid to put myself out there, trying new things, also leaving old things behind. I just feel like it's been definitely just the year of the most change for me, and it hasn't been like all the way good or all the way bad. I would just say it's been like interesting, and I think this year is me trying to figure out if like I want to have those changes be permanent or temporary, or what that looks like in my life. So I feel like going into 2025 there's gonna definitely be a lot more of that in these videos. I also have my bucket list that I made for 2025, which I worked on last night, and want to share with you a little bit about what those goals are for this year. And that's another thing. Also picked up journaling, which never had done that before in my life, and now it's like my clutch that I hold on to. But I started a 2025 bucket list for this year. These are all the goals I have so far, which is a really long and lengthy list, and I doubt I'll get to everything, but I feel like this just motivates me to like at least have a starting point. And I also left space at the bottom for other things that I might want to add on throughout the year, because I feel like this is what always happens, and just like throughout the year my wants and desires and hobbies change, so I definitely want to leave space for that in here. But some of my immediate ones: run a 5K, want to do that. That's only 3 miles. I feel like I can do that. I'm like to the point in my running journey where I feel secure enough to where I feel pretty confident that that's something I can complete this year. So that is goal number 1. I also added in here run a 10K, which is obviously more than the 5K, and if I haven't done a 5K, a 10K obviously is going to be more difficult, but I really want to challenge myself. Like, even if I don't complete it, maybe I'll like run a little bit more than I would usually expect myself to this year, and so I feel like even that is making progress in a way. Also on here, I'm already on the path to complete this goal, but finish the first year of my master's. I'm obviously going to be starting school soon, and so I am just wanting to really get back into the groove of that, because I've been out of school for a while. It's been a couple years, so I'm a little nervous and anxious to go back, but I really just want to like stay consistent and stay committed to that and do really well. And so I put that on here more so just to motivate myself, but kind of knowing that I am gonna do this. So that's my intention with that. Here's the next one, and I didn't complete my reading goal this year. My reading goal this year was 75 books. I don't even think I made it to 50 this year, if I'm being completely honest. I haven't even checked. Like, I don't remember the last time I finished a book. But I actually increased the goal this year in hopes that it will motivate me to read more. I also kind of want to read more outside of the genres that I'm used to. Like, you all know I'm a romance girly at heart. And occasionally I read fantasy when I feel like it, but I really want to like branch out and read more memoirs or biographies, autobiographies of people. I just feel like that's going to really help me like personally grow a little bit more, just because I probably should kind of branch out and read other things that I'm not used to. Whether or not that ends up being the case, I feel like it's going to be a different story. And then my next goal actually has to do with me losing my Duolingo streak this past year. In the beginning of the year, actually at the end of 2023 last year, one of my big goals was to learn Italian. So I downloaded Duolingo. I was doing really well for like 4 months, and then I lost my streak, and that just like turned off all motivation for me. I really haven't picked it up again this year, so I'm trying to get back into that. My goal for this is to hit a 150-day streak on Duolingo for Italian. Last year I felt like I was definitely progressing, like I could say full sentences in Italian and also like hear things that were being said on TV shows and things like that and actually understand what was being said. So I really want to get back into that, because I feel like that is something that I'm really good at, is like picking up languages, especially because I speak Spanish, and Italian is very similar to Spanish. There's a lot of words that are actually the same, just have different meanings. So that is another one of my goals this year. The next one is to post more on my socials and YouTube. This is something I have on here every year, and like every year I get better and more consistent at it, but I feel like I just need to keep it on here to give me something that's like tangible to reach towards. So I have like a certain number of videos that I'm striving toward, and then the last 2 goals are kind of contradictory to this, because one of them is that I want to up my savings. However, my last goal after that on this list is to travel to 2 new places. And this past year I did my fair share of traveling. I was in Mexico, and then I also was in Florida, which are both places that I brought you guys along for. So I definitely want to travel more in 2025. I think I've talked about this in the past, and I've honestly talked about it for years, but I have always wanted to go to Greece. It's been one of my top places on my travel list just forever, honestly. And I think this might be the year that I finally take the plunge and do that. So those are my main goals for the next year. I am super excited to start working toward those. I feel like I'm already on the path to completing some of these, so it makes me excited for all that's to come. Obviously, you're going to be here along for the ride, and also thank you if you've been here for this year, because this year was a lot. and I feel like there was just a lot of change, and one of the things that's been the most consistent in my life that I'm so grateful for is YouTube, and that is my happy place. It's my refuge. It's the thing that brings me comfort and happiness. So yeah, if you've been here, thank you for staying along for the ride, and I can't wait to see everything that we do in 2025 together. Thank you so much for watching every single video this year. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you can stay tuned for all my future videos, and I will see you in the next one very soon. Bye!